Connetti il mondo.
Welcome, ZeroBTC. Thanks for joining me in this quick talk. Let's start with a short introduction about you. Can you tell us a little bit more about you and your occupation?
Sup, Lebs. I'm just chilling, working at Bitrefill at the moment, just helping them out with some support. Nothing crazy, just chilling. What about you?
Great.
How's everything going?
Great. Yeah. Well, I've met you, of course, during a Chaincode Online Lightning Protocol Seminar. I applied in April of this year, and I have to admit that I didn't expect at all what a big deep dive this would be for me. And I really loved every minute of it. Adam Jones of Chaincode was there to welcome us, and wrap up at the end of the day was hosted by a lot of people. For example, Will Clark, Duncan Dean, Corey Phillips, and Carla Kerr-Cohen 2 times, I think. Very interesting. And every week we had a different partner to work together on answering some challenging questions they gave us. And we also worked in breakout groups. So working, learning, and meeting people all over the world who share the same passion. And that really gave me an amazing experience. And Zero, we met in week 2. You were my partner during the last week. And week 2, you were in my breakout session. And my goal with this quick talk is just to talk with you about your own experience and, well, some takeaways from this Lightning seminar, and short about also your vision on the Lightning Network. I'm very curious. So what is your background, Zero? And what was your first experience with Bitcoin and Lightning, of course?
Yeah, I guess my background is in cognitive neuroscience, and it's not related to Bitcoin per se, but I'm going to find a way, I'm sure. Just like everybody does. And I attended like both the Chaincode Labs Lightning Seminar with you, of course, and I also did the Bitcoin software development one as well. And I don't know, I saw the team at Chaincode, and I noticed that they're an open source company, of course, and they're working on bringing together, like you said, aspiring, I guess, Bitcoiners is what I want to say. And provide them with like a pseudo guided seminar course on Bitcoin and Lightning. And yeah, I was extremely thrilled to participate. Before that, I had, my only experience with Bitcoin is just trying to use it, figuring it out. At university, I had some friends who were computer scientists who I basically I literally took them. I said, hey, you guys come with me. We need to read this paper. It looks really interesting. It looks really crazy. So I just took them. We sat in a room and we went through the white paper. We were drawing on the whiteboards, and yeah, we were all just kind of like so amazed and like disbelieving. We couldn't believe this was real and it actually exists, and the fact that it works. And you know, we had so much disbelief that we just had to find out more information about it. So yeah, I think Chaincode was the easiest way to jump in, and I didn't have much technical knowledge. That's why I needed help from these computer scientists, I guess. But it gave me a lot of confidence to continue learning and exploring like the vast depth of knowledge that is required to understand Bitcoin. From mathematics, from computer science, from just understanding like technology in general, like hardware as well. And yeah,
that's indeed the background of a lot of people. They varied a lot, right? So computer science, but also bioengineering or some other technical things. And it's really great to talk with your peers about this subject, because that's for some people a little difficult within their own work as a developer or something.
Yeah, and Bitcoin specifically is like, it's very interdisciplinary, you know, like it requires more than just one.
No, that's right. Yeah, yeah. And you said, of course, why you attended the Chaincode Labs Lightning Seminar. Is there some topic throughout the 5 weeks that we participated, or something in particular that was totally new for you?
That's a good one.
Everything. No.
Yeah, exactly. Everything really was new. Like I just jumped in to find out what it was. You know, I had to go over, of course, Mastering Bitcoin by Andreas Antonopoulos. And then I also followed along with Jimmy Song's Programming Bitcoin. As I knew a bit of Python at the time already. I didn't know much C or C++. which I still have a long way to go before I can even contribute to anything meaningful. I had to learn and go over for the first time, abstract algebra, finite fields, cryptography, the basics of, introduction to cryptography, before joining. But it was all worth doing, as it allowed me to, grasp the concepts and topics in general, at least get a high level understanding, get the gist of it, so that it will allow me to go further and go deeper, to really understand the fundamental and the first principles of what it is that we're trying to figure out.
and to apply, you need to fix something, right? Or you had a task or something. I chose the Lightning spec. What did you choose? Did you?
Oh, I guess for me it was a little bit different then, because I did the Bitcoin software one, and then they automatically put you into the Lightning one.
Because they said to me, well, you're starting with Lightning, but that's a lot more difficult to jump into. Yeah. So I needed to complete a task, and that was
What task did you remember?
Yeah, it was a Lightning spec I chose, and I had GitHub with a lot of issues. Chose one to solve it, I'm it is a real deep dive for me. But the book, like you said, that's a real great start, and there's a lot of topics and a lot of information that they share with you, of course.
Yeah, because Andreas wrote the other one as well, Mastering Lightning, alongside Rene Picard, who I absolutely love. Absolutely love that guy. And I would say the same with the Lightning Labs CTO, Olo, I can't remember his name, but he speaks so fast, I really understand anything he says.
No, that's right. And Rene Picard eventually also heard something. I don't know. I said in a podcast that I needed time to read the book, of course, and he asked if I was stuck somewhere. And if I needed some help. So it's really great that everybody is helping out, and that's also the way we learned it with our peers and with our breakout groups. I think that's a nice educational format. And if you look at it now, what do you think is the most important thing for the Lightning Network to fix? Because we had a lot of issues that we heard about in the limitations week with Lightning, and Carla Kirkhohan said something. Well, this was some hectic week with all limitations, and then you think, well, Lightning is there's so much work to do. What do you think is most important? What is needed to fix?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say to you that I don't have much of an opinion actually on this one. I've been following
maybe you will fix it someday.
No, Bitcoin will. I'm joking. I've been following various channels of information regarding Bitcoin and Lightning, of course. And I guess for me, it's a little unsettling to see I don't know, how the majority of the networks runs on LND, but you can say the same thing with Core, right? But LND has VC backing as well. You can say the same thing with Core, depending on your perspective. But yeah, it's these things are very difficult to, I don't know, detangle, and I don't really know the details, so I really shouldn't talk too much about it. But I have got a strong bias towards Blockstream and CLN, and that's due to the history of the US UASF, user activated soft fork, during the 2017 block size wars. And I know I'm talking more and more about Bitcoin now, not Lightning per se, but they are one, right?
Yeah, indeed.
And I guess what else can I say? I'm more excited more about seeing if L2 becomes a thing. I'm curious if how that's going to be a transition. Are we going to move from NL penalty to L2 just like that? How does that even work?
That was the last week. Yeah, the future of Lightning, that was really interesting. Yeah.
So there's so much going on, but go on.
No, I was thinking about the Bitcoin 2022 also, where Elizabeth Stark is the CEO of Lightning Labs. And she talked with two young people. They were, I think, 13 or 14 or something.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that they are making such an effort to work on a Lightning protocol, Bitcoin protocol. That's amazing. So I think putting all those developers in for all these issues to fix, and also for the future of Lightning, there's so many developments that need to be fulfilled with people who are really passionate about it. So,
do you think Lightning is set in stone? Like it's going to be the layer 2 that we're going to be using like for the foreseeable future with Bitcoin?
Yeah, I really do think so. I think Lightning will be a standard where a lot of things will be working on.
It does seem like that.
On top of it. Yeah,
I
really believe so. But that means, and that was an interesting after talk we had when discussing the future of Lightning. In the wrap up, we also discussed about what is still needed, and there were also a lot of concerns, of course, and I think the next 1 year, 1.5 years will be very important for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh.
If you think about the seminar as a whole, what is your biggest takeaway? Maybe something specific or something that you think I'm inspired and I'm going to do this or that?
Yeah, for me, I would guess the main thing I took was, I guess similar to when I was studying neuroscience, I told myself that I'm going to try to pay attention to the space as a whole, but in reality, I have to find my specific niche and specialize before I can do that. And if I had to pick something specific, I don't know, it's probably how many times we were shown like vulnerabilities and issues with either Bitcoin or Lightning that most people just somehow like, I guess they don't know about it, and that's why it hasn't come to a catastrophic conclusion, because people don't even know about it. They don't have the resources to pull it off. They don't have the skills, and they're quite nuanced things as well. Like a lot of it is theoretic, and there's like a really good expression I heard the other day. It was like, what was it? Everything in theory, theory and practice are not that different, but in practice they're quite different. Does that make sense?
That's true.
Yeah. And also like what else? Some funny tidbits on facts, like the fun facts, I don't know, during the Bitcoin software one, we found out that the Pakistan government took down YouTube for like 2/3 of the world because they were trying to censor YouTube for Pakistani citizen, but they ended up like blocking it for more than just the citizens of Pakistan. Like 2/3 of the world couldn't get to YouTube. So like stuff like that, like these little like Easter eggs, I guess. Same thing when you get excited and you go down the rabbit hole, you start reading blog posts from like Jameson Lopp, who's the CTO of Casa, I think, like Casa.keys. And like he's got loads of blog posts that shows that, you know, you can't actually run every Bitcoin Core software like all the way back to the Genesis one. You know, you can only run down to like January 2013. And so most people don't even know that Bitcoin is not fully compatible all the way. So that's like something like, you know, a lot of these like reality shocks and I guess reality checks. I think those are my favorite things that you don't see on Bitcoin Twitter. You don't see them on like regular articles. You don't even see them in the books, but in these seminars, you get to find out, you know, you go through the GitHubs, you go through the blog posts, you go through like the mailing list, you see all the different details that just nobody's paying attention to.
That's really inspiring. Yeah. Yeah. And will you attend a new seminar of Chaincode again someday, you think? But because some of them, the participants were talking about, I did it 4 times.
Yeah. I guess I would probably do that. I think I want to spend some time and I guess find my niche first, figure out what I really enjoy first, and figure out how I can contribute. And maybe then if I need to have like revise the content, I would go back to Chaincode and be like, hey, listen, I'm a lot more like knowledgeable now. I can contribute even more to the conversations and help out the people who are new like me at the time, who kind of like leaned on a little bit more of the experienced developers at the seminars, and was really grateful of that. I guess I'm just happy to be in the rabbit hole, and I will be happy to repeat the seminars and provide further insight if possible again someday.
Nice. That's really what
my main excitement is actually like, I don't know, like right now I'm getting excited about this project that I bumped into, but I haven't really like contributed yet because I can't. Just I don't have the skills yet, but I'm learning. It's one called Anatomy of a Bitcoin, which just looks absolutely amazing. you basically write some like scripts to get data from the Bitcoin blockchain, and then or Lightning, I suppose, and then you use that data to come up with like beautiful artistic representations of the underlying ones and zeros. So I think that's great, and I need to learn graphic design to do that, I suppose, and how to use the software, like, I don't know, Blender. Have you ever used anything like that?
Someday. No. Well, they say gradually, then suddenly, right?
Exactly.
So just take time, and in the end, it will go through. Well, thanks, Zero, for having this talk with me, and thanks for sharing your ambition, because that's what it is about working with Lightning and Bitcoin. And for everyone, and for everyone who wants to get in contact with Zero or wants to know more about Chaincode Labs, check the links in the show notes. And thanks for listening and watching, if you're watching. And if you like this quick talk, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Till next time, buttons. Have a nice one.
Click.
Bye-bye, man.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Connect the build.